All right, this is VE1RA. Apologize for the late start here. Had some difficulties here. My apologies. Before we get underway, I didn't have time to gather any notes or any news, but I am aware of some sad news to pass along about Silent Key, Bob Perry, Amateur Radio Club, and I've been a member for 4 years, and I knew him through those years, and I know he's going to be greatly missed. So my deepest condolences to Joanne and his friends and family. And before we start the net, I would like to have a moment of silence for Bob Perry of E1EDP, Silent Key, and we'll start that now. Okay. Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Maritime Fusion net. Before we get started, are there any emergency traffic or any bulletins for the net? Okay, not hearing any. This is Victor Echo 1 Romeo Mike Juliet. The name is Rob, and I will be your net controller for tonight's net. This net meets every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Atlantic time in the CQ Maritimes room, 60207. Sorry about that. This net is open to all amateurs in the Maritime provinces and is scheduled for 1 hour. This net is being live streamed, although I haven't had a chance to hit the start button here, which I'm going to after I'm done talking here. It's quite a jumble here to get everything ready to go. So that'll be live streamed on my YouTube channel. You just look for Rob VE1RMJ, and we'll have that there. Go back into my notes here. So all amateurs will be called in by province. When checking in, give us your call sign using proper phonetics. After all stations in the Maritimes are called in, stations from outside of the area will be called in. Due to a delay in the system, please key your mic up for a second or two before transmitting, and then hold that PTT on for another couple seconds after you're done transmitting, so we get everything there. All right, I did go a little out of order. Apologies, kind of all over the place here tonight trying to get this ready here. Anyway, let's see here. We will first start with short time stations. Let's find my pen. All right, here we go. So, any stations on short time wishing to check in, please.
V1 CSE short time.
Oh.
Lima Echo November short time.
Okay, There was a station that was badly broken up, didn't even have the call sign come across the screen. So all I got was VE9 PKV, VE1 CSE, and VE9 LEN. Is there anyone we missed on short?
Victor Echo 1, Bravo, Bravo, Bravo.
Golf Foxtrot.
We added Bravo, 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 and VY2 Golf Foxtrot. Was there anyone else?
Victor Echo 1, India, Quebec.
Okay, well, we added Brian in there. So let's go to the top of the list of VE9 PKV. Praveen, go ahead.
Victor Echo 9, Papa Kilo Victor. Praveen speaking from Sackville. No traffic. Just wanted to give you a mark for the book. And that's about it. And thank you very much for doing the net. Appreciate it a lot. Take care. 73 to all.
VE9 PKV, V1 RMJ. Okay, Praveen, well, thank you, and I do enjoy doing the net here, so it's my pleasure. Have yourself a great evening, and 7-3. All right, next we go to VE1 CSE. Robert, go ahead.
VE1 RMJ, VE1 CSE. Another pathway this morning. So I'm still dealing with a few sports from that and out of breath. Have nothing further at this time, just 73 to all our frequency and all listening. Have yourselves a great evening there and stay safe. Back to you, Rob, VE1 RMJ, VE1 CSE.
VE1 CSE, VE1 RMJ. Well, Robert, I'm really sorry to hear about your mother's passing, and you take care, and thanks for checking in. All the best, 7-3. Next we go to, let me see here, VE9, excuse me, VE9 LEN. Len, go ahead.
Yeah, VE1 RMJ, Echo 9 Lima, Echo November returning. Good evening to you there, Rob, and to everybody on frequency. Not much to report here from Seattle. We had a beautiful sunny day today. It was cool, but went for a walk, enjoyed my walk, so that's about it from here. We're still in the minus, so 73s all around. Thanks for doing the net there, Rob, and back to you, Victor Echo 9, Lima, Echo November. 73s all around again.
VE9 LEN, VE1 RMJ. All right, Len, well, thanks for checking in tonight, and you take care, 7-3. Next we go to VE1 BBB. Ron, go ahead.
Victor Echo 1, Romeo Mike Juliet. This is VE1 BBB. Well, good evening, Rob, and my condolences to Robert on the passing of his mom, and I don't really have any other further traffic. It's 0 degrees here in Amherst, and the winds are 0, so pretty much static. Anyway, thanks for doing the net, Rob, and you have a great evening. 7-3, VE1 RMJ. This is VE1 BBB.
VE1 BBB, VE1 RMJ. All right, Ron, well, thanks for coming in there tonight, and you take care. 7-3. Next, VY2 Golf Foxtrot. George, go ahead.
Well, good evening, Rob, and everybody on the net. I'm calling through Charlottetown. Well, got a little, the outside chores done today, and the grocery day tomorrow. And I'm getting a reasonably good response for people who want to do presentations at Smart. And, if you people can put your heads together at Westcom there and come up with a presentation on the mesh project, I think that would go over pretty big. And I hope everybody has a good week, and we'll look forward to the net next Wednesday, Victory 82 Golf Foxtrot.
VY2 Golf Foxtrot, VE1RMJ. All right, George. Well, thanks for the check-in, and yeah, we'll have to see on that. I know we're very early in the stages here, and enough things to plan and things, and I don't know if there'll be time to whip something together that would be engaging enough there for people, but we'll keep it on the list for sure. 7-3. We'll talk to you later. Next we got VE1IQ. Brian, go ahead.
VE1 RMJ, VE1 India, Quebec. Good evening, Robert, and lots of stuff happening, I guess, this time of year, and everything, but at least we're staying out of the major snow and everything like that, so I guess that's a big thing. And, yeah, I've got a very busy evening going on here, so I check in, and I'll have the radio going, but I won't be able to get to it. So thanks for checking me in early, Robert. VE1 India, Quebec.
VE1IQ, VE1RMJ. Okay, Brian, well, thanks for making it in there tonight. You have yourself a good evening, 7-3. Okay, that's all for short time stations, so now we'll start with the regular rounds, and we'll go to Prince Edward Island. Any stations in PEI that would like to check into the Maritime Fusion net, please call now. We're looking for stations in Prince Edward Island for the Maritime Fusion net. Please call now. Okay, hearing nothing, we'll come back to PEI a little bit later. Okay, we'll go to New Brunswick. Any stations in New Brunswick wishing to check into the Maritime Fusion net, please call now.
Victor Echo 9, Golf Charlie.
Victor Echo 9, Papa Alpha Lima. Victor Echo 9, Mike Tango Victor, VE9 MTV. Victor Echo 9, Alpha India, VE9 AI.
E9 MTV. My pen decided to quit there.
Victor Echo 9, Charlie Golf Lima, VE9 CGL.
V9 CGL. Any more stations in New Brunswick? All right, short list. VE9 Golf Charlie. Go ahead, Gordon.
VE1RMJ with a net, V9GC. Good evening there, Rob, and all in frequency. Gordon here in Notre Dame, where it's a rather pleasant -2 degrees at the moment. Started out pretty chilly there this morning. It was showing me someplace from -8. Warmed up nicely through the day. Sun was out. Had a work crew here getting ready for, well, I'm not sure if they're going to be able to work tomorrow or not outside. We'll see whether the rain develops or not. But in any case, no particular traffic for the net. Glad to see that the whole fusion system is back up, and I managed to resolve the issues I had after a reinstall, thinking it was at my end. Anyway, with that, sir, we will turn it back to you. Thank you for doing the net. Thank you for calling me in, and I'm coming to you this evening through the Southampton machine. VE1RMJ, VE9GC.
VE9GC, VE1RMJ. Okay, Gordon, well, thanks for the check-in, and you have yourself a great evening. 7-3. All right, next we got VE9 Charlie Golf Lima. Go ahead.
Good evening, Rob, and everybody else on the Maritime Fusion net. I've got nothing much to report. Starting to warm up. This morning was minus 14, and now it's right to minus 4, so we're starting to warm up. We're supposed to have rain tomorrow, so we'll see about that. Have a nice night to Hull, and 7-3 all around from VE9 Charlie Golf Lima.
VE9 Charlie Golf Lima, VE1RMJ. All right, well, thanks for the check-in. Have yourself a great evening. 7-3. All right, next we got VE9MTV. Mike, go ahead.
Yeah, VE1RMJ with the Maritime Fusion net. Victor Echo 9 Mike Tango Victor. Good evening, Rob. Good evening to everybody on the net. Well, we have a few dropouts going on, and also Paul VE9PAL was just before me, and I saw Denis VE9DEN. As soon as I let go there, he was I might have covered him there, so you can add those two to your list. And yeah, I had the same problem with my node there last Friday on the Freddy Confusion net. Everything went down, and would you believe it took me until Monday evening to get it back working. I reinstalled a new version of Wires X. I reinstalled the driver, but for some reason my node frequency was staying at 144.000 megahertz. So I tried everything, and finally the solution to my FTM 100 was to log on the direct mode instead of the access point. And as soon as I logged into the direct mode with the DX button, my frequency of my node popped up, and everything was back in order. So anybody have that problem there? You know what to do now. And we're looking forward to having reports too on the Moncton Fusion repeater. I don't know how that's working, because last Friday the whole network went down, so couldn't really tell if it was our fault or. But anyways, yeah, it's a work in progress for sure. But yeah, have a good net there, Robert. And I was detecting quite a few dropouts there on the net. I'm coming through with my own personal node here, so hopefully you're getting everything okay. So we'll say 7-3, have a good net, and talk to you guys later. And don't forget the Chediac Bay repeater net this Friday at 9 o'clock. You can join us through the Fundy Park repeater or the VE9SHM repeater also. There'll be a link to Chediac. 7-3 all, VE1RMJ, VE9MTV.
VE9MTV, VE1RMJ, okay? Sorry to hear about all those troubles you had there, and yeah, I put out the calls and I asked if there's anyone I missed, and I was hearing a lot of silence. It was a really short list, so I knew something was going on. I got VE9PAL from you. There was another station too you mentioned, Mike.
Yeah, Robert, it was Victor Echo 9, Delta Echo November, from Dalhousie, I believe. Over.
Okay, we got that, and I got another one here from the chat room, so, okay, the list grew a little bit, so that's good. All right, thanks for that, Mike, and you have yourself a good evening. Let me add that here to the list so I don't forget anybody. All right, so we'll go to the next person I got here. This is VE9AI. Gary, go ahead.
VE1 RMJ, net control, VE9 AI, Gary and Fredericton on the Fredericton repeater. and say good evening to one and all on frequency. Cool day here. Spent the day inside doing ham radio projects that wanted to get done, and I put up a new aerial 2-meter antenna the other day, and I kind of fished the coax in to get it into the jack and whatnot. So anyway, we got quite a bit accomplished today. So with that, we'll say good evening to one and all, and hope everybody has a great week. Back to net control. This is V9AI.
VE9AI, VE1 RMJ, Gary, all sounds good. Thanks for checking in. Have yourself a good evening. 7-3. Next we go to VE9PAL. Paul, go ahead.
Yeah, VE1 RMJ, this is VE9PAL. How you doing there, Rob? Thanks a lot there, Mike. And, yeah, not too much going on here. -2. A little bit of snow on the ground. I don't know what's going to be rain tomorrow or whatever's coming tomorrow. We both will accept it. I finally got my little John Deere all fixed up. The snowboard the pulley was seized on it, so I put another pulley. Well, we unseized the pulley, so it's working great now. But other than that, from VE1 CSE there, my condolences there to him and his family. Keep them in prayer there. I mean, it's hard to lose a mountain, that's for sure. But anyway, you guys all take care and have a great week. V9PAL.
VE9PL, VE1RJK, Paul. Well, thanks for checking in there tonight, and have yourself a good evening. 7-3. All right, next VE9 Delta Echo November. Denny, go ahead.
Okay, good evening there. Good evening to one and all. Don't have much traffic with here in Dalhousie. It's a fair evening and a little bit of snow. It's about -3, -4. The wind is very quiet, and I'm very quiet too. I just noticed that my radio was on all day there, and my battery was down, so I had to recharge it a bit in order to come back on there. But it's working great. Hope everybody have a great evening and a good week there for sure. Lots of time yet in the week to go, eh? And tomorrow, well, I don't know. They announced a little bit of snow for us there, 1 to 5 centimeter, but nothing to be afraid of. Not enough to keep the bucket, like they say. All the best to you and to everyone aboard. Thanks for doing that. From VE9 DEN.
VE9 DEN, VE1 RMJ. Oh, thanks for checking in there, Jenny. You have yourself a great evening. 7-3. All right, that's about on the list, so we're going to go for our first round of stations in Nova Scotia. Any stations in Nova Scotia wishing to check in to the Maritime Fusion net, please call now.
Victor Echo 1, Juliet Bravo Lima.
Victor Echo 1, Juliet Whiskey V1 JW. Victor Echo 1, Echo Charlie Charlie.
All right, so far in Nova Scotia, I got VE1 JBL, VE1 Alpha Sierra, VE1 Zulu X-Ray, VE1 Juliet Mike, and VE1 Echo Charlie Charlie. Was there anybody missed there?
Victor Echo 1, Juliet Whiskey V1 JW.
Yep, I already had you there, Eric. Anybody else in Nova Scotia?
Victor Echo 1 Zulu Bravo.
Okay, and we picked up Zulu Bravo. All right, great. We'll go to the top of the list. VE1 JBL. Go ahead, Jim.
Yeah, very good evening, Robert, and everybody on the Maritime Fusion net there. I'm just following the chat room here. It's quite lively here tonight here, so I'm just on the chat room here. But very good evening, everybody. And yes, it was a big loss to lose Bob, VE1 EDP. And I have put a short write-up on the Westcom Amateur Radio site. If you go under news and information, there's a short write-up there on Bob, his activities with the club, and a few pictures that I put on there. And for some of you that do go to the symposium, him and his wife, Joanne, were the people that you first met when you came in the door. Bob's the one who gave out the IDs when you first came in the door there. So that's if you've gone to the symposium, you've probably seen Bob at least giving out the name calls at the first there. So anyways, it will be a great loss, that's for sure. Anyways, Robert, have yourself a good net there. We'll be monitoring the chat room and monitoring in the background here. 7-3 for now. VE1 RMJ from VE1 JBL.
VE1 JBL, VE1 RMJ, right, Jim? Well, thanks for coming in, and thanks for passing along that message there about the write-up. I had meant to mention that, but I was in such a rush there, a little late starting the net. So thanks for that, and also thanks for being in the chat room there. I'm just not really able to multitask here. Hi. So 7-3, and have yourself a good evening. All right, next we got VE1 Alpha Sierra. Terry, go ahead.
Good evening, Rob, and all those that have checked in and are waiting to check in. Kind of cool here tonight on Pugwash Harbor. Spent the day buying lights and some lawn ornaments to light up the lawn. And Rob, just wonder if you've done any 3D printing.
Yep, I've been doing some little Christmas decorations and also some practical stuff for some networking things I'm doing here for some access points and things with some parts.
Oh, very good. I've got to get my system back up and running. Anyway, thank you for looking after the net tonight, and hope it keeps going tonight for you as well. With that, back to net. VE1 Alpha Sierra.
VE1 Alpha Sierra, VE1 RMJ. Okay, Terry. Well, thanks for checking in, and hopefully you can get back to printing. Yeah, mine had to sit a little bit there, just so busy, but got a list of things to print, so we'll be getting it a workout here for a little bit. 7-3. Next we'll go to VE1 Zulu X-Ray. Brad, go ahead.
VE1 RMJ with the Fusion net, VE1 Zulu X-Ray. Very good evening, Rob, and very good evening, everybody on frequency here. And temperature here is +4. +4 here, Rob, right now. We get up there to, I think, around 6 there at one time there, and the sun came out, so felt pretty good. Good news on the gasoline here, hi. Thanks for checking me in, Rob. Thanks for doing the net. VE1 RMJ from VE1 Zulu X-Ray.
VE1 Zulu X-Ray, VE1 RMJ. All right, Brad. Well, thanks for checking in. And yeah, the gas prices, they were a little late changing. Let's hope they'll be a little late changing it back up. Hopefully it doesn't go up there tomorrow night. 7-3, thanks for checking in. Next on the list, we got VE1 Juliet Whiskey. Eric, go ahead.
Yeah, very good evening, Robert, and Rob. Robert on my mind. pass on my condolences to Robert, on CSC. I did hear him on the scanner this morning. The scanner was going. I was out in the living room, and I did hear him on the radio about the time his mom passed away. She lives with him, and pass on my condolences for sure. It's a hard thing. Been there and done that, and it's a hard thing to deal with. So I wish him all the best, and hopefully everything will go well. Other than that, not too much today. Been a quiet day. I was out and fixed my Christmas lights. One set of my lights went out, so I went out and cleaned that up, and found a bad fuse. I found a fuse in there that was loose. Riverdale Christmas lights had fuses in them, but these new LED ones have little tiny fuse in them. So I pulled them out and metered them. They're all right. When I snapped them back in, one must have been loose, and everything took off again. So we were successful. Anyway, so I got them back working again. I thought I might have to buy another string and replace it, but we're back up. But other than that, didn't do too much today. Had a little company this morning, and other than that, this afternoon was pretty quiet. Just puttered around and didn't even get on HF today. Never get on. I was doing other things today. Never get on the radio at all. So maybe tomorrow. We'll see what happens. Other than that, I guess I can't think of too much to add. Sorry we missed the Westcom Net on Monday night. We didn't realize the link from Sand River was down. But anyway, Lauren filled us in on all that stuff, so I know how to get around it next time. We'll come at it from another direction if we find out it's not on next time. V1JW.
VE1JW, VE1RMJ. All right, Eric, well, thanks for the check-in, and you have yourself a good evening, 7-3. Next, VE1ECC. Craig, go ahead.
VE1RMJ, VE1ECC. Good evening, Rob. Thanks for doing that. Thanks for calling me in. Was just about home, pulled over on the side of the road, decided I would make myself stationary in the car for a little bit, listen to the net for a while, and see what was going on. So, not a whole lot to add, just make my way home, have a bite of supper, and try to relax for the rest of the evening. Hope everybody else has a great day. Again, thanks for doing that. VE1ECC saying 73 to all.
VE1ECC, VE1RMJ. All right, Craig, well, thanks for stopping by. Safe travels, and have yourself a good evening, 7-3. All right, last on the list, we have VE1 Zulu Bravo. Mike, go ahead.
VE1 RMJ, VE1 Zulu Bravo. Good evening, Robert, and good evening, everybody on frequency. Coming in through VE1 VFB, I must report from Oxford. Nice day, much better day than expected. We made a trip up to Amherst and hopping back again safely there. So thanks for checking in. VE1 Zulu Bravo.
VE1 Zulu Bravo, VE1 RMJ. All right, there, Mike. Yeah, it was nice. It would have been a nice day for a drive. It was sunny for most of what I seen, but I was indoors a lot. Anyway, have yourself a great evening, and 7-3. All right, so that's the end of the list. So we're gonna go back to the top to Prince Edward Island for another try. See if we can get some PEI stations in tonight. Anyone from Prince Edward Island wishing to check into the Maritime Fusion net, please call now. All right, hearing nothing, we'll go to New Brunswick. Second round for New Brunswick stations. Please call now.
VE9 Victor Echo Alpha TE.
Golf India Sierra. Charlie Sierra.
Victor Echo 1, November Alpha Tango. Victor Echo 1, November Alpha Tango. Victor Echo 1, November Alpha Tango.
Alright, here's what we got so far. We got a VE9 VEA, VE1 TE, VE9 GIS, a VE1 EMM, and a VE1 NAT. Was there any other stations I missed?
VE9, Bravo, Oscar, Foxtrot. Bravo, Oscar, Foxtrot.
Okay, I added BOF. Any other New Brunswick stations?
Victor, Echo 9, Oscar, Sierra, Kilo.
Victor Echo 9, Papa India November, VE9 Giant.
Okay, we added OSK and PIN and a correction to, I believe it's VE9 EMM. I thought I heard VE1, so I made that correction here. So we'll go to the top of the list. And thanks to Jim there for pointing that out. Top of the list of VE9, VEA, Vern, way up there in Tracky, Shyla. Come on in. Hopefully you're not all buried in snow up there. Hi.
No. Good evening, Rob. And good to hear you. We seem to be a little late getting in here. You're going to have to enlighten me. I was here laying since I don't know what time it was, shortly after 7. I thought there was no net coming on at all. And I was getting back up to go check my node computer and the computer and all that to see if anything been disconnected. And as I put my feet out over the edge here, all of a sudden you come on. So, and you've been going pretty good ever since you come on. So anyhow, and I think I got it figured out here. I'm pretty sure that I got this thing on the right thing. Because the first time I checked in on a net, and they heard me the first time. So, I don't know what I missed, but that was the story. I had everything turned on. The node was up and running, and nothing was coming over. So all of a sudden, there you were. You were coming over good. So that's the story here, Rob. Anyhow, you also have VE1 NAT was trying to check in, Rob. VE1 NAT, Natalie, she was trying to check in there. I don't know if you got her or not. Outside of that, all I can tell you, Rob, you're sounding great, and it's great to hear a bit of a net on there tonight. So, keep up the good work as usual, and we'll say 7-3s all around. A big wave to everybody, and everybody have a great day tomorrow for sure, and a great week, what's left of it. 7-3s, Rob, thanks for calling us in. VE1 RMJ, VE9 Victor Echo Alpha, Burn in the big area, Crappy, Shiloh. 7-3, Rob.
VE9, VEA, VE1 RMJ. Alright, Vern, well, if you're familiar with YouTube, you can just look up Rob VE1 RMJ, and you can catch up what you missed, or follow along live there on the live stream. So have yourself a great evening, and great to hear you there, 7-3. Next, we go to VE1 Tango Echo. Murray, go ahead.
Yeah, good evening, Rob, and everybody on frequency. Thanks for calling me in. We're coming in through the Fredericton repeater, VE9 FNB, and December 1st. 24 or 5 more days, and it'll be all over. So we're busy with music these days, so that's a good thing. So normally I don't get on Wednesday nights because usually I'm into some sort of a band practice, but this night I got off, so I thought I'd just check in. So just another check for your list, Rob. Take care, and everybody have a great week. Enjoy it, and we'll talk to everybody later. Back to you, Rob. VE1RMJ in the Maritime Fusion net. This is VE1 Tango Echo.
VE1 Tango Echo, VE1RMJ. All right, Marie. Well, glad you're able to make it in there, and I'm sure this month is just going to fly by. Anyway, 7-3. Have a good evening. Next, we got VE9 GIS. Go ahead.
Hello, this is VE9 GIS. Misha here. Spelled Mike India Sierra Hotel Alpha. Anyway, I'm in Moncton. We had snow. Anybody wants snow? There's lots of free snow available. Anyway, other than that, not much else to say. I'm on my Fusion radio. I've been on this thing forever. It's been sitting in my truck, but not powered for 4 months. Anyway, 73. Have a good night.
VE9 GIS, VE1RMJ. All right, Misha, I made that correction here. I put your name in there, and well, you can keep the snow. I think we'll probably end up getting our own share here soon enough. We've had some messy weather last week and a half, and a mix of rain and some snow, and nothing stayed around too long. But there's a little dust out there tonight, still on the ground. Anyway, thanks for checking in. Have a great evening. 7-3. All right, next, hopefully I got it right, is Victor Echo 9, Echo Mike. Go ahead. VE9 EMM. VE9 EMM. This is VE1RMJ. Come on in. All right, nothing heard there. We'll go to VE1 NAT. Natalie, go ahead.
Hi, Rob. Hi, everyone. Thank you for the animation of the net. So, not a lot to report. Minus 16 this morning, but no wind. So, it was okay. And a few snowflakes during the afternoon. And the gas was cheaper today, $1.35 instead of $1.45. So it's a good news, but just for a few days. So if you have a chance, go to gas your car. So nothing else to report. Have a nice evening. The 180 and Winston.
VE1 NAT, VE1RMJ. All right, Natalie, well, thanks for making it in there tonight, and you have yourself a great evening. 7-3. Next, we got VE9 Bravo Oscar Foxtrot. Bob, go ahead.
VE1 RMJ and the Fusion net. VE9 Bravo Oscar Foxtrot. Good evening, Rob, and all who are on frequency. Nice day today, and we took a drive to Moncton and went to the clubhouse, had an eyeball with a few of the boys, and then come home. No traffic tonight. 73 to everybody. VE9 Bravo Oscar Foxtrot. We're good.
VE9 BOF, VE1RMJ. All right, Bob, well, thanks for checking in, and have a good evening. Next, we'll go to VE9 OSK. Oscar, go ahead.
VE1 RMJ, VE9 OSK. Good evening, Rob, and everybody on the net tonight. Doing fine here in Dieppe, just adjusting to the weather. That's all we can do till we get the next summer coming there, hopefully sooner than later. 7-3 to all, Victor Echo 9, Oscar Sierra Kilo.
VE9 OSK, VE1 RMJ. All right. Well, thanks, Oscar, for checking in, and have a good evening. 7-3. All right. Last on this list, we got VE9 PIN. Bert, go ahead.
Good evening, everyone. Not much to report from Edmonton. Lee sums it all, and just talking to a friend there in the state of Maine, Madawaska, and a liter of gas, which they buy it in Quebec. When you go by Lévis, Quebec, you see that big smoke in all the refineries. All their gas comes from there, and they are at $1.18 per liter in Canadian money. I think it was 3.30 some their U.S. gallon in U.S. dollar, but $1.18 in Canadian money. I don't think Canada will get there again, but we never know. Besides that, not much. Just preparing more and more for winter. Still have one car to go put in storage over the weekend. I hope it will be mild because don't have snow tires on that one. So that will be that. Everyone, good middle of the week. Good end of the week and good weekend coming.
VE9 PIN, VE1 RMJ. All right, Bert. Well, thanks for checking in, and take care. Have a good evening. 7-3. Okay, that's the end of the list there. So we're going to go for second round Nova Scotia stations. Stations in Nova Scotia wishing to check in, now is your chance. Please call now.
VE1LV. Victor Alpha 1, Bravo India Lima.
Victor Echo 1, Charlie Hotel, Lima.
Okay, I got VE1LV, VA1VIL, VE1CHL. Was there any other stations missed?
Victor Echo 1, Juliet Charlie Sierra, VE1 JCS.
Okay, and we added VE1 JCS to the list. Okay, let's go to the top of the list. We'll call in VE1 LV. Hal, go ahead.
Very good evening, Robert. VE1 RMJ. This is VE1 LV. And working a little FTA here today and doing some maintenance around the house. Other than that, all is quiet. Broke over the flyers and not much there that I require this week. Although I did notice I buy honey locally from out at the Burt, and a while back it was 8 something for a liter, and last week it was $15 a liter. What an increase! Oh my! And the same thing for everything in the grocery store. And I heard Bert mention about the gasoline. It could be kind of nice if we had that price here. VE1 RMJ. This is VE1 LV.
VE1LV, VE1RMJ. Well, wow, that is quite an increase. I wouldn't think something like that could increase that much, but I know everybody's costs to make everything and do everything goes up, and then of course it gets passed on. It's a big snowball effect. Let's just hope someday it'll get under control. If not, no one will be able to afford anything. Yeah, well, it's gotta calm down someday. Anyway, thanks for making it in there, pal. 7-3. Next we go to VA1 VIL. Bill, go ahead.
V1RMJ, VA1VIL. Good evening, Rob, and good evening to everybody on the Fusion Net. Nice day here in the valley today. I don't know what the temperature was. I was working outside all day trying to gather up leaves for my oak tree, which seemed to be the last thing. And it was a nice sunny day here, and then clouded over late in the afternoon, and then we got a little bit of rain after dark there. Now the stars are back out, so go figure. Anyway, that's about all I got for now, and thanks for doing the net, and hopefully be on next week. VE1RMJ, VA1VIL, 7-3.
VA1VIL, VE1RMJ. All right, Bill, well, thanks for checking in. Have a good evening, 7-3. Next, VE1 Charlie Hotel Lima. Scott, go ahead.
V1 RMJ, V1 CHL. Good evening, Rob, and good evening to everyone that's listening. And as everyone has said, it was quite a nice day. I got my second snowblower I had to service and get ready for the winter done today. I think it's around 35 or 36 years old, and I hit the primer twice and pulled the cord, and away it went. I'm amazed at these old machines, how well they still start 30-some years later. Anyhow, hope everyone has a good evening and a good rest of the week. 7-3, VE1 CHL.
VE1 CHL, VE1 RMJ. All right, Scott. Well, thanks for the check-in. Have yourself a good evening. 7-3. All right. Last on the list here, VE1 JCS. James, go ahead.
Yeah, good evening, and thanks for calling me in. VE1 JCS in Antigonish. Not much going on here, just finished having dinner a little while ago. Now we're just going to sit down with the missus and have a tea and a coffee and relax by the TV. Anyway, 7-3, and have a great night.
VE1 JCS, VE1 RMJ. All right, James, well, thanks for the check-in, and have yourself a great evening. 7-3. All right, so that was second rounds of the Maritimes. So now it's time to open it up for anybody outside of the Maritimes that wish to check into the Maritime Fusion Net. Now's your chance. Please call.
Alpha 6 Foxtrot Papa, VA6 FB.
All right, I copied VA6 Foxtrot Papa. Was there any other stations outside of the Maritimes? All right, I seen VE1 AIC key up, so since things are going a little slow, I'll add you in the list there, Ron. All right, we'll go to VA6 Foxtrot Papa. Francis, go ahead.
VE1 RMJ for the Maritime Fusion Net, VA6FB. Well, good evening to you, Rob. Good evening to everyone back home in the Maritimes. Hope everybody's well and doing okay. Just enjoying listening to the net this afternoon here from Alberta. And weather's been pretty good today. It was overcast most of the day, but temperature was up around plus 5 degrees. We're expecting snow flurries, or maybe even a bit more tomorrow and again on the weekend on Saturday. Been lucky so far. We had, about a week ago Tuesday, we had gotten about 15 centimeters. A lot of that has melted, and mild temperatures over the last week or so, but looks like they're going to plummet again here on the weekend, so we'll be down overnight lows around minus 19, and that's without the wind chill, of course. Other than that, no other traffic. Thanks for letting us check in, and great to hear the gang back home in the Maritimes. We'll say 7-3 all around. VE1 RMJ for the Maritime Fusion Net from VA6FP, 731 and all.
VA6FP, VE1 RMJ. All right, Francis. Well, we've had a little bit of snow. Well, probably in total, maybe 5, maybe 10 in some places over the last week or so. Just kind of a little mess here and there, but we've had a lot of rain in places and some damage there in some parts of the province here. And boy, if it would have all been snow, we would have definitely been buried. Anyway, thanks for the check-in, and you take care. 7-3. All right, VE1 AIC. Ron, go ahead.
Yeah, good evening, Rob and all the net. Sorry for coming in late, but I had to take the repeater offline. There's some sort of interference from AMH that was keying up the 6-7 repeater in Charlottetown on analog. Timed perfectly, but it was not strong enough so I could hear it on the input. So I don't know what caused it. It started about 10 minutes into the net and lasted a little more than half an hour, and then miraculously stopped around 1953. It just stopped cold. So I don't know what was going on there, but I kept my repeater offline so it didn't add to the mix. It wasn't part of the problem, so I don't know what the heck was going on there. It was the first time I ever heard that. The one thing
VE1 AIC, VE1 RMJ. All right, Ron. Well, that's interesting. Hopefully it doesn't happen again, or can figure out where it's coming from there. It's wondering where all the PEI stations were tonight. But anyway, we got you down there, so we got a mark for Prince Edward Island. Thanks for coming in. Have yourself a great evening. 7-3. All right, we'll issue a call for anyone anywhere, Maritimes and beyond. Now's your chance to call in. Please call now.
Victor Yankee 2, Sierra Echo Charlie. Victor Echo 9, Juliet Charlie Tango, V9 JCT.
All right, I had a VY2 SEC. I had a VE3 station. I only copied VE3. And then we got VE9 JCT. Could I have the VE3 station again?
Victor Echo 3 Alpha Charlie, V3 AC.
All right, AC, we got you. We'll go up to the top. We already had Sierra Echo Charlie, so we heard you there, and let me put you in. All right, yeah. VY2 SEC, go ahead.
VE1 RMJ, VY2 SEC. I'm coming on AMH tonight. I I couldn't get in on the CRA, but Ron just to give me explain there. I was sitting here talking to my radio, not very nice. But anyway, just wanted to check in, say hi, wish everyone a good evening, and say 7-3 from Victor Yankee 2, Sierra Echo Charlie.
VY2 SEC, VE1 Jerry Sterling. Well, glad Ron was able to get that up and running so you weren't talking to yourself there. All right, great stuff. Have yourself a good evening, 7-3. All right, next we'll go to let me make sure here. Yeah, VE3 Alpha Charlie. Frank, go ahead.
V1 RMJ, Victor Echo 3 Alpha Charlie. Well, good evening, Rob, and rest of the gang. It's nice to hear everyone. Anyways, yeah, winter's here in Ontario, and it hasn't been too bad. Not much white stuff, but enough to say we have some. So anyways, I hope everyone is great, and not much more to report here. So with that, I'll send it back to Net Control. V1 RMJ, Victor Echo 3, Alpha Charlie. Waving a hand to everyone and saying 73s to all.
VE3AC, VE1 RMJ. All right, Frank. Well, thanks for the check-in. Have yourself a good evening, 7-3. All right, next on the list of VE9 JCT, Jean-Claude. Go ahead.
Yeah, good evening to you, Robert, and good evening to all on net. A whole bunch here tonight. I tend to forget about this net, but anyway, part of it tonight. Well, I came in the track earlier than usual, I guess, tonight, so I had it on scan and heard you guys, and not much going on here. Didn't go. Bert was talking about the price of gas. Well, I didn't spend too much money on gas today. I didn't go anywhere. There was no appointments, no shopping or anything like that. So it was a quiet day for the truck today, and was able to go biking early this morning, and helped my wife to do some spaghetti sauce. So I was doing the cutting, I guess, and she was the one with the white hat. Hi. Anyway, and we did go for a walk this afternoon. So overall, it was a good day. Yeah, can't complain. So we'll say 7-3 to all listening. There's a whole bunch here tonight, so that's great. And thanks for doing the net, Robert. And I'll turn it back to you. Victor Echo 9, Juliet Charlie Tango. Name is Jean-Claude, like you said, and I'm in Shediac, New Brunswick. Back to Net Control.
VE9 JCT, VE1 RMJ. All right, Jean-Claude. Well, thanks for checking in, and you have yourself a good evening, 7-3. All right, that's on the list. So again, we're looking for anyone, anywhere that would like to check in. Please call now.
Victor Echo 7, Romeo Juliet Oscar.
Victor Echo 9, Mike Tango, recheck.
VE9 MTV, VE1 RMJ will take you first. On the recheck, there was quite a bit of stuttering there with your transmission. Go ahead.
Yeah, very good, Robert. Just checking out the Mountain Fusion repeater again, and there's about a 20-second delay there from what your YouTube channel is passing and what is coming through the repeater here. So I just wanted to check in and see how the audio is going through and aren't my stuttering there when you came back there. So just a little check on the Mountain Fusion repeater there, Robert. Back to you. Have a good net there. You're doing a good job. Victor Echo 1, Romeo Mike Juliet, Victor Echo 9, Mike Tango, Victor 7.
VE9 MTV, VE1 RMJ. Yeah, Mike, still quite a bit of stuttering there, which you'll be able to hear in the live stream. 7-3, hopefully you can get that worked out there. All right, station here I have. Oops. Let's see here. I don't. A VE7 Romeo Juliet Oscar. I don't have you in my log, so go ahead.
Good evening, it's Rob from Chilliwack in British Columbia. Just got my FT5 yesterday, so I was playing with Fusion and stumbled across your net and figured I'd say hi.
VE7 RJO, VE1 RJ. All right, well, I put Rob down here. I guess you shortened up your name, so good thing I I waited to hear it there. So was there anything further for the net?
No, not tonight. Thanks very much for acknowledging me, VE7 RJO.
VE7 RJO, VE1 RJ. All right, Rob, well, again, thanks for checking in, and we're here every Wednesday from 7 till 8, sometimes 8:30 Atlantic time, so more than welcome to check in. Have a great evening, 7-3. All right, on the list again. Let's see if we can get a few more before we close down the net.
Victor Echo 1, Kilo Echo Victor.
VE1 KEV, VE1 RMJ. Go ahead there, Kevin.
Yeah, very good evening, Rob. VE1 RMJ, VE1 Kilo Echo Victor. Very good evening, and good evening to all on the net there tonight. And we're sitting at 0 degrees here in Amherst. A little bit on the chillier side, I suppose, but we got a nice little toasty fire going on there, so all is good. Anyway, just playing here on the computer and the Raspberry Pi, and just playing around. So that's it from here, Rob. Thanks, just a beam for your pot, buddy. Thanks for calling me in. Thanks for doing the net. V1 RMJ, V1 KEV.
VE1 KEV, VE1 RMJ. All right, Kevin. Well, thanks for making it in there. I was a little worried you weren't going to make it in, and probably a good evening there, playing with some Raspberry Pi in the shack. Good stuff. Have a great evening, 7-3. All right. Well, since it's 8:12, we'll issue a second last call. See if we can group the remainder of the people out there together, so we can wrap things up here. Well, second last call for the Maritime Fusion net. Please come down. Well, just hearing the fan on the FTM 100 here on that second last call, so we'll issue a last call. Last call for the Maritime Fusion net. Please call now.
Victor Echo 9, Mike Tango, Victor, reject.
VE9MTV, VE1RMJ. You sounded good. Maybe one little stutter in there, but go ahead.
Yeah, very good, Robert. Just wanted to mention that I saw that at Raw and VE1 AIC. Your position is wrong. It's about 9,000 kilometers, and also Janini was over 3,200 some miles, and he's only in Dalhousie. So you want to check your position there on your WeatherX software or your radio itself, and you're not leaving out any position on your FTM 100. There additional position. So I just wanted to mention that there. That's what I observed, and coming to the MSR repeater, and sometimes we get about a 20-second delay, and that is really odd. So. Yeah, we'll have to work on that too there. So thanks a lot, Rob. 73 VE1RMJ, VE9MTV.
VE9MTV, VE1RMJ. Well, thanks for that. And yeah, my radio, I set it back to GPS because I'm in the shack. Most of the times it gets a lock, but I'm looking here and it's just flashing. The GPS is just flashing, so it never got a lock there. So I'll remain anonymous location there. Hi. I am in Oxford here. What else? Yeah, it got worse the more you transmitted there. So definitely with those kind of delays, there's got to be something messing up the packets by the time it gets to our room here. So good luck with that. I wish I had some tips, but I'm sure there'll be someone out there that will be able to give some info on that. 7-3. All right. We'll wish you one last call. Anybody else? Last chance. All right. We'll just we'll close up the net with what we have here. So let's see here. Tonight we had 37 check-ins, including myself. We'd like to thank all the amateurs for checking in tonight. We also want to thank the owners of the repeaters and nodes who linked in tonight for helping us expand the area for local hams to check in. A recap of the net will be sent out to all amateurs via email. For more information on the Maritime Fusion net, please go to the Moncton Area ARC website at www.maarc.ca. That's Mike Alpha Alpha Romeo Charlie Charlie Alpha, and click on Club Activity /nets. Now that the net has concluded, the CQ Maritime Room is now open for general use. This is the VE1RMJ signing off. Good night, all.
VE1RMJ, just before you go, Rob. VE1RMJ.